Hello everyone and welcome. It is Sunday and I am Marcie Besecker, an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and thank you for joining me today. So I really have to say very first thing is I really appreciate your joining me and being so patient with our, after ads of course, with all the issues I've had with my computer. So I'll tell you,
my style is probably comfort.
Hold
it's
on.
Classic. It's cool, confident.
New computer. So I got a new computer because I've had nothing but issues. So I am trying to check my messages and get signed on correctly. It's going to bounce around just a minute here. So I thought it was the internet at first, which could have been because everything was working fine with my computer. Then my battery started doing weird stuff. So I got a new battery. Well, it was conflicting with, it was the right battery, but it was a generic one. And so it was conflicting with my program I use for my videos. So that's where I was having issue. Every time I would click my program to turn on my videos to get ready, it would shut my whole computer down. So thanks, Kathy. I missed you guys too. It is really weird not doing videos. It's hard enough missing one. And I've rarely missed more than that in a row, like 2 in a row. This is, I think, like 3 or no, I don't know, but it was really hard. I missed you guys a lot. Hello, everybody. So my battery had a conflict with my software that I use for my videos. And so every time I would click on it, it would just shut the whole computer down. So it just got worse. My battery was supposed to be here yesterday. It was not here. I was still having some other weird issues, even with the battery out and it plugged in, which I was trying to do all along. And anyway, long story short, new computer. So I'm still tweaking all my little things. So bear with me on my video. I was loading everything and then my camera stuff. So hopefully everything is working. Fingers crossed, please. Top chat. Make sure you change your chat to live chat so it will be current. Hello, everybody. Thanks, Deborah. So make sure you're on live chat, and we're going to have some drawings today. One of them will be for the camellia, the calming camellia, because, and I'm so sorry it's late, but for those of you that put orders in with me, through the month of February, I told you I was going to do a drawing. I mentioned it on videos, and so that will be going. Hello, Marcia. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Joanne. So we're going to be doing a drawing for that, and then I have a super special drawing for everybody that's watching. So I would love like a thumbs up. I've been gone off YouTube for a while. And if you guys know anything about YouTube and have heard people talk about it, that really makes your ratings kind of, you know, people aren't watching you as much. They're not commenting. They're not talking to you. And so therefore your, you know, your YouTube kind of goes down a little bit. So I would love some love so I can get back in the saddle and get going. Hello, Diana. Welcome. DJ Fantasy, DJ. Well, hello, DJ. I will call you DJ. Thanks, Gloria. I appreciate it. Oh, Debbie, I have had some crazy stuff going on. Ooh, I've got an update for my room. Ooh, happy fingers, jazz fingers. So I'm excited about that. Hi, Kathy. I've been gone for a little bit. I've had some computer issues, so I'm back. Yay. Okay, so let me read what I've got going on here. I've got my little notes, and hopefully I have all my stuff. So of course my March host code is here. Any order 150 or less, I would appreciate you using my host code. It's always found on my blog. It's at the top of my Facebook page, so it's all there, and you can see it there. Bingo is going to be a blast. I think I'm going to give you a sneak peek of a card today. Let me grab one, if I can find it. of course, the one card, here we go. All right, here is just one of the cards that I will show you. Okay, so here's the sneak peek for bingo. All right, there's a little, and that's a terrible picture. It's kind of fuzzy, but we're just going to blame that on the other computer. Okay, so here is a sneak peek of one of our cards. How cute is that? So I'm going to show you some different tips and techniques, and it's just a super fun card. So think about bingo. We always have fun. The prizes are $100 for each bingo, and it is 4 bingos, 4 projects, and we always have a lot of fun. And again, that is going to be on March the 15th at 5 o'clock, so I'd love to have you there. Oh, hi, Sharon. Yeah, the internet's been kind of goofy a little bit for me, but then I'm kind of thinking maybe it was my computer. Huh. Okay, and Waves of the Ocean class. So let me grab a little sneak peek of a card. So here are the cards, a little bit of a sneak peek. So it's a weird sneak peek because I kind of want to show you a couple things. On the top left-hand side, we're going to have a fancy, fancy fold. 2-fold fancy card, double fold fancy, whatever you want to call it. The one on the right, I'm going to show you a few different tips and techniques with it. The one on the bottom right, it's going to show you the clouds. We're going to put the little silver lining on it and that. The one on the left, we're going to use some product from this collection, but we are not going to do the regular waves. I wanted to show you that even though the waves, you know, really, there's a lot of people doing waves right now. I immediately said I was going to do this class, and it seems like a lot of people are. But I wanted to show you a couple of different things you can do that have nothing to do with the wave dies, and something else that you can kind of change it up. But a lot of the cards look a lot the same. They're waves, they're clouds, there's, you know, the paper, the foil, that kind of thing. I wanted to show you a couple different things. And this one's the fancy fold. I'm going to show you super fast. I know you can rewind it and rewatch it, but anyway, so this is one of the cards. Look how cute this card is. So I'm going to show you how to make that and give you all the measurements. Now, if you already have oh, you know what? I got to take my focus off, my weird focus thing. See, these are the things that I closed down and rebooted right before my video so I wouldn't have issues, and then I forgot to do my focus. So give me 1 second. And I think I have to do it on my next page too, but we'll get there. So good luck, Debbie. Thanks, Mary. So anyway, bingo's a lot of fun. The waves class is going to be a lot of fun. You can see I have bingo ready to go. There's going to be a limited amount of bingo because our remodeling is just about to the end and is ready to move in. So my painter is here now, and he's finishing up. He started yesterday. We were going to paint it, and my husband said, find out about painting, have somebody do it. So we called, and luckily an owner of a company offered an employee to take a side job if he wanted. And I was so happy because 2 days, it's going to be done and ready to go. And we're talking ceiling, primer, paint, everything. And I'll give you a sneak peek in a minute. So that's done, and then my husband and I are going to start the flooring. And I'm the helper that cuts up all the boxes that the tile comes out of, or the flooring comes out of. So he said that would help. I said, I could do that. I can cut. So we're going to be doing that. So I'll give you an update in a minute. Really quickly, I want to thank, I've started to do this on my last video when I got booted, is I got 2 cards, very nice cards from Deborah Peterson. This is the first one. Look how pretty that is. And this has, I know I got to get my focus and my colorings all kind of fixed, but this is that shimmer, the green paper. I can't remember the name of it. It's the in color with the shimmer. And just so pretty with that ribbon, nice. And then it's got the texture on the embossing folder there. Really pretty. I love it. And then she put another cut on the inside there with the same pattern, the inside actually of this. It looks like she cut the frame and maybe put that in. Very pretty. Thank you very much. And then my friend Linda, my sweet, sweet friend, sent me this. So I just wanted to show you. So she sent me, thank you so much. My light is right here. That's, anyway, I'll be fixing things. So very, very pretty, Linda. Thank you so much. I sent her some goodies. So, okay, so I'm going to have to go back and read stuff. So I can't read it all right now. Oh, I was going to just something else. Can you see it? It's right there. Cards, sign up. Okay, so don't forget when you sign up for bingo and the waves class, I kind of changed it a little bit. When you go into events, it's going to tell you go to the shop, because I kind of am trying to make it easier for you than going to multiple places. Here's the tricky part. When you go into the shop and you see bingo and you want to join bingo, don't just add it to your cart, because that's how you pay for it. You need to click on the event and open it, because the registration form is inside. So when you pay for it, you're like, but I didn't give my numbers. I need to give my address, my numbers, and everything. Please go into the event, or it's under the shop. Go into the shop, unless you're buying a stamp set, which I added a bunch of paper and some stamp sets and a lot of celebration items and things. So, and there's more in there. So if you want to go in and shop, then you could just add to cart. But if it's an event or a class, please click on it, fill out the registration form. Okay. Thanks, Debbie. Hi, Arlene. All right, so that is it, and we're going to do the drawing. So before, and just in case I get booted, I have a big note here that says drawing, and we'll do that in just a little bit. And then there's going to be one at the end. Okay, so the end one is going to be something really, really extra special. Okay, so let's get busy. Oh, let me show you my room. So as of last week, contractors came and they did all the tape and texturing. They put the sheetrock up. They put the can lights in. You can see they started doing the can lights. The closet behind that wall has 2 canned lights in it, and they're on a separate switch. So that's really nice. And that's going to be really helpful. I did post a video on my Facebook page, Marcie Besecker Designs, so it can help you a little bit kind of see what's going on with my room and how it's going to work out. And then are you ready for the paint color? Woohoo! That's the painting that's getting done. So I took my ink pad in to Kelly Moore. And I said, I want this color, but I want it a little lighter. And he said, how about 10% lighter? And I said, 10% is good. And it's going to be super bright. But remember, it's going to have a lot of white cabinets in there. And then a lot of, it's going to be gray flooring, like a gray vinyl, not vinyl, laminate hardwood look to it. So it's going to be super bright and cheery. I love the can light. It's really, really nice and bright. And so I think where I'm standing right now is about where my desk is going to be. And so looking forward on that wall, you can see up above is a TV outlet. I tried to put a bunch of extra outlets everywhere. There's some USB outlets and things like that. Sharon, you know what? It's been a long, long time coming. I have been crafting for over 30 years. And I've always been, I started in the back of a living room in a little corner so I could watch TV. And that's when I was, that's not actually where I started. I started in a little plastic Tupperware box. But then when my son went in the military, I decided to start doing him a scrapbook. And that's when I went to the back of the living room. And then I went to a spare bedroom when our last child moved. And anyway, it's been a long time. Yeah, Marcia, I think so too. I'm excited about the color. So it is Coastal Cabana. So I took my Coastal Cabana in and I said a little bit lighter. He said, how about 10%? And I said, perfect. And then my husband had to go get another can yesterday. And when he went in and the guy was making it and he said, did you guys have this color made? And he said, yeah, my wife brought something in. And he said, I really like this color. So I'm like, of course you do. It's Coastal Cabana. All right, everybody, let's get busy with our card. Woohoo! So here is the card we're going to make. And let me show you. Nothing like a week and a half hype on a card that I've not been able to post, right? So here we are. We're using Hello Beautiful, Dahlia Days, and Celebrating You. We're going to use the sentiment from Celebrating You. The Dahlia Days, we're just going to use this die right here. And then the Hello Beautiful, we're going to use several different ones, and I'll show you. The Dahlia Days, here's the bundle we're going to use. Honestly, this set, I purchased 2 of them because I cut this out and I have this as a stamp now, completely separate that I could use. And you've seen me probably do that in a previous video. All right, so there is that. Let me grab one thing I'm going to show you in a minute. As soon as I can find it. It'll be worth it, I promise. I just have to find it. And found it. Okay. That's going to be an extra something special to show you. Okay. So what I did is I took some thick white card base, and on the inside I took some pear pizzazz with 4 and 5 by 5 1/4, and then 3 3/4 by 5 of basic white to be our panel. So we're going to do some stamping on that. So I'll set that aside. This one here, we're going to do, oh, did I even cut this down? I don't think I did. Nope. Oh, yes, I did. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I went ahead and covered the full white. Because I wanted to add the black on there. So then I did black, and I just went down a slight 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Okay, so we're going to put that right on there, just like that. Then we have our panel, our white panel here, and it's 4 by 5 1/4. And I am going to zoom in a little bit, which is why I have the bottom cut off a little bit, so that you can see the coloring is what's going to be going on here. Okay, so there's our panel, and then this is to do our leaves. I have 2 leaves cut out, but it is the only thing we're cutting, so let's do that first. And I wanted to show you something, so actually I am going to zoom back out for a second, because as I was doing this, and I know I've mentioned it before, but I really want you to see this. Okay, so I want a leaf, and I wanted 3, but I already cut out 2, okay? So there's our leaf. And I see a lot of people, and I get asked a lot about our die machine. So our cut and emboss, I wanted to show you, let me see if I can do this here without zooming. I'll zoom out a little more. Okay, so let's just show you this. We are going to put this on here. And I tell people, yes, I have electric machines. I'm not going to lie. I do a lot of mass production, but I'm going to tell you, since I've gotten this machine, this is my go-to. Okay, so I've got the die on there. I'm going to add my plate. Now, I want to make sure that my plates are even on both sides, okay? And I know the camera's at a kind of a weird angle here, but even on both sides. So get your plates nice and even, and then watch my fingers. I'm going to use these 2 fingers. Let me move this over a little. Okay, so I'm holding this down just so I can make sure. Okay, this is all I'm using, these 2 fingers. Okay, that's all the way through. I'm going to bring it back. This is how nice this machine is. It is so nice and just like butter. Oh, Lorraine, welcome. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad I'm back. Had a little computer issues, but a new computer will fix that right up, right? So look how easy that was. That just 2 fingers. You can go all the way in and all the way back out. The secret is you need to make sure your plates are straight, because if your plates kind of go wonky and they get along the side, of course they're rubbing against the side and it's going to make it harder. So there are my leaves. I'm going to set those aside. I already cut 2, but as I was prepping those ahead of time, I decided, you know what, I need to show you, because that is just one of the things I absolutely love about that machine. Okay, so now of course I'm going to bring in my small grid. So while I haven't been doing videos, I've been crazy getting bingo and the waves class done and ready. So that's been, you know, really good. All right. So in our, there's one stamp set I think I put away that I didn't show you that we are using, and I kept the stamp out. So we're going to use the watercolor shapes, and that is, we're going to use this one right here, and this is going to be the center of our flowers. All right, so that is the other one we're using. So I wanted to use Pale Papaya. All right, so let's look at this one. Let's just kind of copy it along. And it doesn't have to be exact. Just kind of give yourself some room. So I went like right here. I'm going to do one like here and here. Okay, so just kind of randomly choose your spots where you're going to kind of put, hi Denise, welcome. So I was trying to think, okay, there's got to be something to do with this. And my first thought was I wanted to do petals. And when I looked at these, I thought leaves right away. But then I thought, well, this is kind of a funky petal, but it could be. And so I was like, okay, what am I going to do? And so the first one I did all one color. And then I decided it was just kind of bland. The other thing is my ink pad was not very inky. I needed to add some ink to it. So I did on this one, but then I kind of moved it away a little bit. So it gave it a little more room. So the leaf I used is the largest one. It's going to be this one right here. And I also used, oh goodness, you guys. See, it's been, what, 3 weeks or whatever. It feels like forever. The other thing I used is In Bloom. So this one has quite a bit of stuff. The In Bloom is where we got our little polka dots. Okay, so we'll put that aside. All right, so let's get back here. So now what I did is I took the smaller part and put that at the bottom. So kind of like where the leaves kind of, you know, come to the bottom of a flower. So get it to wherever is comfortable for you. I'm going to turn this a little bit. I want it to be out so I can stamp it directly out from where I want it. So just kind of get it there. And now my head needs to kind of be in the way, but let me zoom back in a little. All right. I'm going to tilt the camera just a little because I know I need this closer to me so I can see. All right, here we go. So just kind of put it on there and leave yourself a little bit of space. It doesn't have to be a whole lot. And this is going to be a lot of stamping. Uh-oh, look at, I got pink right there, but that's okay because we're going to put flowers over there, but I'm going to not get pink all over my hands. Okay, let me wipe my block off. Look, I feel like I haven't stamped in a while. All right, here we go. So just keep going all the way around, leaving yourself just a little bit of room in between. It doesn't have to be a lot. You can hear the painter in there making noise. My husband's outside working on something, and I said, I told the painter, you need to go talk with him. Uh-oh. Okay, so see how I missed that? So when I stamped, the upper right side was missed. Angle your stamp and just try to stamp that side, and it went right back on there without any problems. But keep in mind this right here, if you get ink on it. I like the larger block so I can see it, but you have to be careful about where you're stamping down. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to wipe this off. Okay, and now we're going to have 2 ink pads open. And now we're going to go to Flirty Flamingo. So I have Polished Pink and Flirty Flamingo. And now for the first one, you're going to kind of just go in between because you want to fill up that hole, and your petals have to start off from the center of the flower, right? So just kind of go in. And I told my upline, I said, this is going to be a crazy video because it's a lot of just stamping the same thing, but you can kind of see it really doesn't take much time. It's super easy. Okay, so now look how pretty that is. You could leave it like that. You could make sunflowers. You could make, do a little bit of different 2 tones of yellow or whatever and do a brown center or something like that would be fun. Okay, now I'm going to go back to Polished Pink. And now I'm just going to kind of go to the both sides of the light one. And it really doesn't matter. You're just kind of spacing them out. I'm just kind of spacing. It doesn't have to be anything perfect. It's just kind of evenly where you can give yourself some space. We're going to do this. And if you overlay them a little bit, that's okay too. It's really forgiving. So just kind of keep going and give yourself some. This one, I think I need another. We're going to make this one the big one. I feel like my finger went right in that one. Okay, so now I'm going to stop right there. And I'm going to leave that for a minute. And I'm going to come down to this one. Hi, Kathy. No problems. We'll have to catch up on the updates in the beginning. And if your flowers go over each other, that's okay. You can tell I lean my block a little because this is what they mean by don't use a block that's too big because you're going to get ink on it. So I'm aware of that, and I keep wiping it off, and I try to stamp directly down. The thing is I really like to see exactly where I'm going, especially on something like this, and kind of, make sure it's where I want it to go. And if it was on a small one, now even though you're on the edge, you can see the edge of your flower, so you want to just make sure that you're still doing your leaves, okay? You want to pretend it's a really big piece, and then you're just making it smaller. Now I'm going to come over to this one. And there's so many things you can do with this. You can do, get out your black pen and do a little drawing on it, or your white pen and do this on a, different color or whatever. And make it more, all different colors. It'd be fun if all the petals were different colors. There's all kinds of things you can do. Oh, great, Kathy. Yeah, for those of you if you're taking my class, you can either, if you purchase the bundle, the collection from me, then your class is free, but you still have to go fill out the registration form. So please don't forget that, because that is how my system keeps track of your address and who's, participating and wants to do it and all that good stuff. If you already have the bundle and you just want the PDF and the video link, because it will be a private link, you can still join the class, and it is only $20. You'll get the PDF and the video link and get to join us, but you'll create your own kits or just watch for fun and join along and visit. All right, so again, we're just going in between each one. And like I said, you could stop at that point. You can make whatever kind of flowers. Now I am at a weird angle and not looking really closely because I don't want to get my head in the way. See how I'm kind of getting on the yellow, but that's okay. I just want to show you the general idea of how I did this. Okay, and now we're going to go back. Oops, wrong color. We are going to go back up here to polish pink. And now we're going to go up to here. I'm going to make sure I go right there because that's where my boo-boo was, right? And I'm going to angle that one a little bit. So really, and you can kind of come down. You want to kind of come down a little bit in your flower. Oops. And it's just a matter of, you know, whatever you want to do. You can add, no flower is exactly perfect. We know that. So if you add your flower, and you're going to think that looks weird, but wait until we add the other color in. So you can bring it down some. All right, so just kind of keep going, fill in your flowers. And I don't care that they overlay because you can still tell they're all petals. Don't take my dahlia away. I'll make my own. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking we need another one right here. Okay. I'm going to add one just off the edge there. And now we're going to switch colors. All right. And I think we're going to be done with this one. Maybe. We'll see once I add this what we think. Thanks, Deb. Yeah, they're really easy. Okay, so we're just going to kind of fill in. I'm going to stay on this flower. So see, we're just now filling in our space. And it's a lighter color, so it's just kind of, you know, you still get to see all the definition. And that's going to kind of come in from over there, so I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, so that one looks good. And now let's start over on this one. And see how now I'm kind of bringing the flowers a little closer so that it fills it up. Whereas the beginning, you have to kind of go side by side because you want to make sure that each flower is touching the middle of your circle so it has that finished, you know, flower look. You don't want any petals just floating around. Okay, so we're going to put that one there. So see how it's just filling it up? But you still know that they're petals. Okay, so there's that one. And then now we'll do this one. And they don't have to be perfect. You just kind of want to get them in between the two colors. I have a bigger space here, so I'm going to bring that petal out just a little bit. But this one I'll just kind of bring back in. So see how pretty that is? And you can just kind of choose the colors that you want. Okay. Oops, I'm going to go back over here. All right, and then I'll go right there. All right, so this one was the top. I wanted the left, because remember, you're going to put your sentiments kind of here, and we're going to fill it in with some greenery. Okay, so there's that. So I think we're good. All right, so I'm looking, making sure my chat's still on live chat because I want to make sure that I can see everything. My computer does make a little bit of a fan, like I can hear the fan. Okay, so now of course you've got the stem. So you kind of want to, you know, try to get it in there, but if it's not all the way in there, it's not going to hurt anything, right? So let's do this one coming from here. And then because there's a lot of white right here, I'm going to come from this side and just kind of add a little bit of leaves like that. Just like it's coming from someplace else. Just like I'm going to do right here. Like there's more flowers. And I'm just going to fill that up there. Same thing right here, even though you might not see it because the ribbon's going to be on there. And I'm going to do it from here. Okay. Okay, so I think that's good. We'll put that aside. And now we're going to bring in our black polka dots. All right. You can hear the construction. Okay, you know what? I think I want another leaf. I'm just going to do a little one right there like that to kind of fill that in. Because that's a lot of black to add there. But you kind of want to fill your space in. Oh, they are not being quiet out there, you guys. Sorry. I don't know what they're tearing down. He might be trying to carry his ladder out or something. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to just add our polka dots. Okay, see how it's off the page? It doesn't have to be all the way on. This one I'm just going to go right there just to put something over there. Even though I know it's going to go off the page. The ribbon's going to go here somewhere. So I think I'll add one right there. Okay. So see how we just kind of put them a little bit everywhere to kind of just give it that even feel. They're in there talking in the room and it's so echoey right now. All right. Yay, so that part's done. Oh, you know what? Hello. As my husband would say, hello, ladybug. Forgot the inside. So, super quick. We're going to take this. We're going to put it right there in the middle. Again, so you might want to do this when you're doing the rest of your flowers, but I forgot. So we'll just do it really quick. Don't forget, we've got some drawings at the end of this, so some exciting stuff. So see how quick and easy that helps with the petal being straight because you can kind of see where it's going to come from. Okay, so there's that. Now, Flirty Flamingo. I think this would be such a fun sunflower. Like I said, like two different, like maybe bumblebee and I don't know, maybe mango. I love the mango melody for anything, so. Okay, now I left an extra one right there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go really close right there, and then I'm going to go right here. Okay, now we're back to red. Not red. Polished pink. Just kind of space them out a little bit. And I'm going to bring them in a little bit closer here. Okay, so it's just kind of, oh, I think we need to do another one there. Okay. Yes, Elizabeth, it is. Hopefully you're caught up. Okay, see where I made it? My ink got up there, so we'll take care of that. So we're just doing our Flirty Flamingo. Fill it in. See how this one kind of went down? So I'm going to go out a little farther up here. Okay, and then I think I will do one dark one right there. So that's good. I'm good with that. So we'll do that. All right, now back to our leaves really quick. I'm just going to bring that one in here, and you can bring one out here. Oh, look how close that is, how far away. So now what did you want to do? I could pretend that that was planned, but it wasn't. I'm going to just tear this down and just kind of cover the leaves right there. And we'll just pretend there's a leaf in the back. All right, well, that looks terrible. Okay, hold on. Let's fix this. I'm not going to bring out my white tape. We're just going to try and fix it. All right. Now what you're going to do is you're going to, when you screw it up like that, bring in your blending tool here. And then now you can just kind of color the leaves in. So you're close to the line. Okay. I should have showed it to you first. That leaf got cut off a little bit. These little blending brushes are lifesavers. See? So now I colored this in with a little bit of the same color, so it looks like it's there. Okay. Yeah, Sue, sometimes, you know, sometimes when I look in like Evernote or whatever, I make sure if you do use a program like that, that you put in like polka dots or splash or, you know, lines or whatever. So you kind of get an idea of what you want. And of course we want it to look like the front. So let's get some of our little black polka dots. We're just going to put some here and here and here and here, here and here. Okay, see? Yay, all done. Okay. Now I'm going to wipe my hands off because I have ink all over. What is Evernote? Evernote is a program that you can log all of your stamp sets in. So you can put a picture and then you can, let's say it's this one. And then you can say, hello, beautiful, happy to know you, amazing, celebration, miss you. So you can have different things. Thank you. And then you can put squiggles, you know, X's, you know, and then put watercolor. So it kind of gives it a watercolor look. And then just put, you know, shapes, you know, whatever you think that will bring this stamp set up that you're interested in. Just like this one, you can put stems, leaves, flowers, blooms, you know, dots, you know, stuff like that, leaves, you know, whatever. And then put some words in there that you know, and it'll bring it up. And then that way you can kind of have an idea of what you are looking for. Okay, so did you see what I just did there? I got black on it, probably from my hands. So we're going to bring in, okay, so this is what we're going to do. We are going to, today is how to not do what Marcie does. All right, so we're going to put a leaf there. And then we're going to take this just to make it look like we didn't mess it up. And do a little one off and a little one right there. All right, don't touch the project anymore with inky hands. All right. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at, where is it? This is crazy. Okay, so back to the black. It must be my black ink pad. I must have to clean the sides. All right, so here we go. One more right there. And you could add a little leaf right there, but I'm not going to. I'm going to wipe my hands off again without touching anything. All right, hands are white. That's why you should always have baby wipes. I highly recommend Costco's because they don't have lint, which I love. All right, dry. So let's turn that over. This one's almost done. Let's start assembling. Don't forget on the Waves collection, and I know you've probably heard this a lot because I know I've mentioned it, is the paper, the foil, and the gems are all going to be gone. And at some point, you know, they're going to go to, you know, while supplies last because they're going to be almost gone. They will not be in the main catalog. The bundle will be. So if it's something that you can't get right now because, you know, finances, whatever, you want to get it in the next catalog when it comes out, that's fine. But just know that that paper, see how pretty that is. I mean, this would be beautiful for a front of a card. Look, just like this, you can put your little sentiment, add something. Super pretty. All right, that's our outside. Now we're going to go here. Now let's attach the black. Just try to get your paper and your foil and your gems now if you can. All right, here we go. All right, I wanted this one at the top, so. I like to hold it in the middle so I can kind of do my adjusting on where I want my paper to go. All right, we are also going to use this metallic Flirty Flamingo. Oh, it's Brushing Bride, sorry, Brushing Bride. But to me with the gold, I just thought it looked really pretty on here. Look at that. I mean, it looks like Flirty Flamingo to me, but the Blushing Bride Metallic. So pretty. So we're going to wrap this around. So I kind of want to get an idea of where I want it. And I am going to go up just a little bit, I think, because I want to see this over here, even though it's kind of going to be covered. No, I guess not. I'm going to go down. Okay, so this is really long. I think this was an extra piece I did a bow on and it was too long. Okay, so what I do is I take it and I line it up on grid paper so you know exactly where your lines are going to go and then where you want this to go. So we're going to go right here. Okay, right on there. So I want to take it right about there and I'm going to put some of our adhesive. And now what I like to do is bring in my silicone mat so I can lay this back on here. And I know exactly where my line is. I'm going to do the solid line right there. So let's pick that up. That's just going to go right about there. I'm pretty good. Once I have an idea where it's at, I'm fine with kind of just going across and looking at it. Okay, so there's that. And now I'm going to go ahead and adhere it to our green just because I've got adhesive on the back. We're not doing any more wrapping. I'm going to go over the bow. We're going to have a couple drawings, so don't go away. If you were a customer of mine in March and put in an order, you have a chance at getting a Calming Camellia. I'm going to do a drawing today for somebody to win that. All right, so let's go ahead and put this on now. Sorry, I didn't get to do the drawing earlier because of my computer, but yeah, we're all good now. Oh, good, Debbie. Okay, so this is going to cover the full front. So I'm just going to start it up here, go over. Make sure it's all the way across the top. Okay, now we're going to do a bow. Now I'm going to show you a little trick on the, oh, you know what? Let me do the bow in a second. I am going to do our sentiment, and we can use this scratch piece of paper. I think I put it back in here. Thank you, Dana. Thanks, Kathy. You're very sweet. All right, so let's get this all nice and inky. And I'm going to put it towards the bottom if I have enough. Oh, let's do it this way. We'll have enough room. Because I want so my head's probably in the way, and I apologize. I'm going to put it all the way to the bottom. Because sometimes you can get your stamp right on the line where you want it. Okay, and you won't have to trim as much, but we're going to, and that's okay. All right, so I'm going to bring in my small trimmer. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to the edge. This doesn't even look even, so let's do this first. All right, and then this is definitely not even. So if you're going to trim your side off, you want to make sure that this is straight first, because otherwise this is not going to be straight. So I want to go there. I'm going to leave this on just for my handle, I think, right there. So I have wonderful right there. And I went right close to the top, a little too close, but it's okay. For the video, we'll be fine. So now we're going to cut this. All right, so we have this one, and we have this one, and yes, this one's a little close for me, but that's okay. It'll be all right. Okay, so now we have our two little pieces of our sentiment. And so I took the dark polished pink, all right, and we're just going to go right through the inside. And yes, you could color it first, but just, you know how it is when you're trying to cut small things, is sometimes they don't cut straight, and then you restamp it until you get it the way you want it. So I didn't want to waste my time coloring until I got it cut right. But it's kind of vice versa, because you could also be coloring and it not look great. But at least we have our clear color lifter that can help us. And one of the tricks, remember, is when you're coloring, you're going away from the line sometimes. If it's too close, you want to color away from it. And in this instance, it's a little hard because it's all lines pretty much. And I just made a boo-boo on this D, so we'll fix it. Hopefully my head's not in the way. So just color it in. You don't have to, but I just thought it would be kind of fun to, instead of just black and white. And then we're going to do something else to this. Wow. You can tell I'm trying to hurry. I'm sorry. All right, so there's a couple spots that I need to fix. So I'm going to get my color lifter. And we're going to fix those. So right here at the F. And in the D, but that's barely. Okay. There we go. All right, so we can put those aside. Now what you want to do is take your black, basic black marker. You're going to take the thicker end. So pick up your sentiment, and we are going to just go across the top. You're just going to kind of give it a little bit of a finished look. It just pops out a little bit. Try to hold it in the middle. You don't want to get black ink on your hands if you can help it. Do it from the back always, like I've showed you before. If you do it from the front, it could slip and then you could get ink all over. Don't forget, you guys, if you can give a thumbs up and a share and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. When you do subscribe, make sure you hit the bell and select all. That way, whenever I pop on, it'll let you know. I've been trying to schedule things. That way you get a reminder and you can go and click on the schedule to remind you to come and watch. All right, there we go. And there's that. So now that's given that a little bit. And this F is kind of the clear, I think, bled a little bit, but that's okay. We'll move that over there. Now we're going to make a ribbon. So let me show you on making your ribbon when you have two-sided. I've always struggled with it, but I think I figured something out. Okay, so when you hold your ribbon and you go across, my normal thought is to go this way. Okay, so come over and do this. Well, when I did that, I didn't like how you could see the front of the bow. So I went the opposite way. So now go back this way. When you come over, go this way. So instead of doing this and this and this, I did it the opposite way and it was better. So come over and turn towards the outside, towards the outside, towards the outside. Okay, so towards the right side is when you want to do it. All right, so then what I do is I take this and I hold it up here and then go about like that. So it just kind of tells me about how much I need. So I'm going to come up and over and then over like this. Now, this is the back of your ribbon. So you want to make sure your bow is turned and I'm turning it to the outside. Okay. Same with this. You're going to go like this and put it in. Okay. And then you want to turn it to the front. Okay, so now when you take your bow off, hopefully, everything is pointed to the front, including your tails. You just have to kind of fix your bow because you're twisting it and it gets kind of, because you want all the pretty pattern in the front, right? And I made this one a little bit big, but that's okay. All right, so now I'm going to cut this. Okay. Okay, cut it. And now glue dots for me hold just fine, so but I like to put a couple on. So put your glue dots. And then you could always add more if your bow is not like perking up where you want it to go. Okay, so you can always add more or whatever, but we still have more things to add. So we're going to add our bows that we have, our leaves that we have here. And then what I also did is I took the sprig and I just did a couple because they're in the background. So there's one. We did 3 leaves because that's your odd number, but because this is in the background and it's really faint to see, I didn't have any issue just doing 2. So you're not going to put this down. You know how I like to put a glue dot underneath there. I'm not going to do that yet. So let's put our glue dot on our leaf. Be really careful. And then you want to bring that out just kind of right there. And then I did these on dimensionals. So just get the tiny ones out. Put it in the wrong spot, but that's okay. All right. Nice, Sharon. All right, so I'm gonna stick this one in the back over here to the side a little bit. And then I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna bring it towards the front. Just kind of right there. And then glue dot again. Let's get our vellum. And that would look pretty with just the bow, but it just adds a little more detail. It's the same leaves, which is nice. Okay, we're going to add this, and I'm going to pull that out this way just a little bit. Yeah, let's just add that right there. All right, and now what I like to do is I like to take a glue dot and just lift the bow and put it right there just so it stays right there. And then now you can adjust your bow if you want and kind of make it go. I kind of tried to do it a little bit different this time just so it would. And I am going to add glue dots because I want it. Where's my... Okay, so this one I'm going to have it pull up a little bit, just a little. I'm going to put it right there. Okay, so the bottom is where it's sticking, not the top, so you don't even know. Okay, so we're going to pull this one up a little bit just because it's kind of twisty a little bit. Okay, bottom there. So see, I liked it a little more open. Woo, woo. Okay, now we're going to take our sentiments here and put our mini dimensionals on there. This one's a little thinner. You want to make sure that your lines are straight and it's not hanging over. My grandson was supposed to have his first soccer game. Yes, he's 3, so, you know, it's called bunchy ball. And my son's, you know, saying, oh my gosh, he's so little. He's going to be out there chasing, you know, the ball and everybody's not going to know what they're doing. And I said, that's exactly what you did. So that's why we called it bunchy ball. Okay, so I'm just going to put this over a little. I don't mind a leaf going over it. It just kind of ties it all together. And kind of, this is the focus. You want the sentiment. So this is kind of doing your own DSP, I guess, but it's really just a lot of fun with creating your own. I'm going to put this under. I'm going to put it right about there. So there's that. Ooh. Okay, now two of my favorite things, which is the iridescent gems and the brushed metallic butterflies. So let's do some gems, and I just did the small ones. And what I did with the butterflies, let's do that first, is I made it kind of like they're following each other. So there's the large ones, and I hope I have some small ones in here, because otherwise they're in the garage. Luckily it's still cool here. I told them they need to hurry up so I can get my stuff in. Okay, so what I did is I made it kind of like he's flying, and then he's got two babies, just, it's probably a mama butterfly, and then this one, and then make it look like they're kind of following, and then put this one down here, kind of like they're going away. Okay. Oh my goodness, they're falling all over. Okay, and now I'm going to take the iridescent small ones here, and I just kind of randomly just put them kind of where you're going to be looking, like all right in here. So I don't want them evenly across, so I'll put this one down a little bit. And then I'm just going to put one like over here. So see how it's kind of a triangle. And then I'm going to put one up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'll put another one. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just put one over here. 5. So there we go. Thanks, you guys. These are my favorite embellishments. I am going to make sure that they're not going anywhere. I'm going to have more. What if they're not in the main catalog? They're so pretty, you would think that they're going to, but I hate to think that they are and then they don't. So anything right now that you are interested in getting, something that you might be having your eye on, you want to try and get that now, because things are going to start slowing down and going. Oh, thanks, Debbie. Good, Gloria. I'm glad. Thanks, Deborah. So what you want to do is think about the stuff that you have in mind that you would love to have. And yes, it may not be here next catalog, and that's okay, but you want to make sure that you get it, because what's going to happen is time gets closer to the catalog ending, and at some point things are going to run out of stock and not be available. A lot of people say, well, I'm going to wait until it goes on sale. I'm going to wait until, you know, they're getting rid of it. And usually it's too late by then, because they're either gone or there's such a low amount left that, you know, other people are thinking the same thing. There's those stamp sets that you really like, and those bundles that you really want to keep. That paper is going to go away. Even if the bundle does transfer till next year, most of the time, almost all of the time, the DSP will not be around. So if you want that to, you know, create some cards and stuff in the future, make sure you make sure you get that. Okay, so we have some drawings to do. If you missed at the beginning, I'll show you really quickly my room where I'm at, because I get asked this a lot. So this is my room now that they put some sheetrock and tape, and they were getting, this is before they textured it. And the dark lines on the ground, that's just the, that's kind of the line of where the closets were for both of the bedrooms. And then this is, the painter is now painting this right actually as we speak. Elizabeth, as far as I know, yes, the wave paper is still available, and but it will not be in the new catalog. So the Wave of the Ocean paper, the foil, and the embellishments will not be in the new catalog. Oh, Marilyn, thank you. No problem. We're just finishing. We got some drawings to do. Exactly, Deborah. Okay, so again, I said this at the beginning. If you purchase from me less than $150, please use my host code. I would really appreciate it. That does help me with giveaways and other things like that. So I appreciate that. Bingo is on the 15th. So please don't forget to sign up. You can go to my blog and hit shop, and then make sure instead of just adding it to the bag, you open it up, because that's where your registration form is. And I need your numbers. Here's a little sneak peek. At the beginning, I showed a card, so you'll have to go back and see one of the cards. I have the Waves of the Ocean class coming up, and I have 4 projects for that. And I did also show one of those at the beginning, so you'll have to go and take a peek at that. So that is coming up, and that is going to be a lot of fun. Of course, you always get product in your kits and things like that, so it'll be a lot of fun. Here's a sneak peek on those. The upper left is a double fun fold card, and then there's some with some technique, and then there's a card not using. It's not a wave card. I did something a little bit different. So there's that. Okay, so drawing time. So we have a couple drawings to do. The first one I'm going to do is for the people that that chose to purchase with me last month. I do appreciate that very, very much. And the thing I was going to be giving away is the Calming Camellia. So this is for somebody that put in a $50 or more order with me in February. I hope so, Deb. We have a lot of fun. Thanks, Patty. Thank you, Cheryl. Okay, so let's go with the orders of the people that ordered with me in February. They're stuck together. Jamie Dornton. Jamie Dornton. Congratulations. Jamie Dornton. I have your address because you ordered from me. So I will get this mailed to you. I have my thank you cards getting ready to go. I wanted to do the drawings so I can ship them all together. So that will go. I do have, I don't have it here, but I do have another one. So for every order in March, I will also do another drawing for the Calming Camellia. So if you are interested, please put in an order. Use my host code if it's $150 or if it's under $150. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is if I have 2 more drawings, and the people that have left, you're going to miss out. So sad. But I have 2 really good drawings. The first one is if you are interested in the set that I used with this card, the Hello Beautiful and the Beautiful Shapes. I will be doing a drawing for everybody that posts a comment after this video has stopped. Okay, so this video has to stop, and then you have to come back to the video and leave a comment. And I will be doing a drawing for, it's going to be this. It's going to be, you're going to get brand new dies and a brand new stamp set. And this is what the dies look like. So they're really cool, all these shapes. So for everybody that comes back and leaves a comment, I will draw on, I don't even know what day we're on Wednesday. I will do a drawing, and you will be in a drawing for this set. So please leave a comment, and you might win it. And then I want to see your flower card, because there's a lot of fun things. And this, even the circles and hexagons, and this would be really cute with the little honeybee type set and that kind of thing. So don't miss out on that. And the last thing for everybody that's still here, if you will put in a number between 1 and 61, I will mail you this card. So between 1 and 61, if you want this card. So between 1 and 62. We have 62 people still watching. So if you want to win this card, of course you have to be in the U.S., so I'm sorry. But in the U.S., oh, some close ones on there. Keep going. My husband's looking through the window like, is she still on or is she not? Oh, you guys are so close. All right, still going, still going. So close, you guys. Thank you, Pamela. I can't believe you guys haven't picked the number yet, and you're so close. You're just dancing around it. Okay, so I'm going to tell everybody to go below 30. Go type below 30. Okay, I'm still waiting for the number. Okay, you're going to win this card. Put in the number below 30. Because this is taking a while, so I don't want you guys to have to keep waiting. This is so funny. Okay, I want everybody to go a number below or a number above. You're all around it. People are all around it. Okay, now you guys are going below 30. Good. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, Patricia DeWitt. Patricia DeWitt. You won. So let me put your number. Oh, see, here's a number. 27. Patricia DeWitt. Patricia DeWitt won. She was the first one to say 27. And you guys are still going. You know, it makes me wonder how long the lapse is, because when I can see myself holding the number up and I'm watching YouTube like you guys are. So I'm thinking that some of you might not be on live chat, but I don't know why. It just seems like it takes a long time after that. So Patricia DeWitt won. She was the first one that said 27. It is kind of funny because I wonder how long the lag time is, because you guys are still typing numbers. My arm's getting tired. So I hope you guys will join me for bingo and for the wave class. It's going to be a lot of fun. Bingo saw it. Yay. Patricia saw it. Yay. Okay, now a bunch of people just flew up. Oh, Gloria, that's interesting. Gloria said that she, her feed told her she was putting too many things in. They probably thought you were spamming or something. I don't know. But anyway, congratulations, Patricia. So bingo's a lot of fun, you guys. I love it. A lot of people ask me, how does it work? I'll create a card and then we'll play bingo. And what we do is we have these numbers here that I will now put back in my little drawing thing. And I will put the numbers down. When you register, you need to put register, set it at 4. Yeah, Arlene, you said it right after her. Look up just a little bit because she was there. And then I looked, you were the very next person that said it, but you were about 6, 7 people down, I think. But yeah, definitely Patricia was first. So what you want to do is we'll play a bingo and then we'll do another card and then bingo card, bingo card. When you win, you will win $100 shopping spree with me. So you'll just shop in my store. You'll let me know what you want and I'll get your order together, and whatever is over $100, you will pay for. If you don't want to pay anything, keep your order under $100. That includes shipping, tax, everything. I will give you $100 towards your order. So whatever you want to purchase is fine. It's smart, and many people, and I really appreciate it, is go to $150. You'll get all the host benefits for your order, and you're that close. You're really only putting in a $50 order. And of course that I really do appreciate that to go towards my cruise I hope that I'm going to get, and towards my business. So I really do appreciate that. So you guys know that I made the cruise for this next year, but they canceled it. So they are cashing us out, and that money is going towards my remodel. My husband and I were going to take a trip, and because we need one, and well, everybody does. We've been all locked up, right? And so we were really excited about it, but then we decided to make the smart decision and put it towards the room. And so we will take a trip later. And so I'm hoping to make this next trip for the incentive trip. So unlike last year when I noticed at the last minute that I was almost eligible, I'm really trying hard this year to make the cruise. So, or make the incentive trip, which happens to be a cruise. So I appreciate all of your guys' orders and your support. And even your liking, subscribing, and playing bingo. I do get other people that are like, I have a demonstrator, but I want to help you. Playing bingo is a huge way to help me because of course, I love having more people play. It's a lot of fun, but that helps me buy stuff and send stuff to you guys, which helps my sales. I think so, Gloria. I'm working on it. I'm a ways away. There's so many people that are like, oh, they made the trip. Oh, they made the trip. And I'm like, whew. But I've only been doing it 2 years. I'm back at Stampin' Up for 2 years. And I just had my anniversary. So I'm really excited about that. And super excited about where I'm at in my business. And I'm really thrilled with being able to have a little bit of a bigger space so that I can kind of spread out and have multiple projects going and not have to clean my desk up to go to the next one. I can just kind of box it up, move it over, and start something else. In there where I was, I didn't really have anywhere to move it to continue or to start a new project. So now I'm going to have some counter spaces and it's going to be a lot easier. So I appreciate it. And thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you for being patient with this computer issue going on. I do appreciate it very, very much. And don't forget, come back, leave a comment so you can win this fun set, Hello Beautiful. And I will do the drawing on Wednesday. I will see you then. You guys have a great rest of your week. I'm going to go check out my paint job and probably get ready to do some flooring either tonight or tomorrow. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend.